We're going to talk today about corporate America and marketing agencies and how they're missing the mark when it comes to creating engaging content that connects with their target consumer. And today we're going to use Peloton as an example because this is an ongoing conversation. It's a major issue right now with socials across the board. But I came across this really great ad the other day that we started talking about that I wanted to do a podcast on. Effectively, the ad is Louis Capaldi talking about he did this kind of Peloton class, and you can watch it if you subscribe to the Peloton experience, and he even has a stretch class afterwards. And I guess he makes some kind of a joke that you can have like a perfect body like his, which leans into the reality that he's not a professional athlete doing these Peloton classes. And it was really engaging. And the underlying message of what I got from it is Peloton is no longer trying to be the only place you're working out, within, your bedroom or your living room or wherever you have that bike, because that was during a different time. It was during COVID. But now they're trying to create an interactive experience connecting fans with influencers, celebrities, or stars so that you want to do the class with them in a non-extreme way, right? Like it's actually fun. It's a way to interact with like a celebrity that you like or you're a fan of. But what is interesting about it is they're not thinking for the masses. They're thinking in target market personas, which is what makes their creatives great and relevant. And I think that I would predict in the next 6 months to a year, if they continue this strategy, there will be a major reconnection with the Peloton app experience because they're connecting people through fitness in a different way. They're not trying to say Peloton is the same as a Barry's class or an F45 class. They're not trying to say it's the same as being able to work out in person in a hardcore way with 20 of your closest friends. They're saying you can experience Peloton in a way that's connected more to connecting to your favorite stars, influencers, celebrities, micro-influencers. And this fits into a different box that's never really existed prior to the internet. Like it's a really cool intersection of fitness, digital, and influence.
Yeah, I think it's brilliant. Kind of at a deep strategy level, because the expectation when you see a guy who might be chubby doing a Peloton ad is you think, oh my God, this is going to be either like a Saturday Night Live skit or a woke festival, and it's going to insult me. And then it turns out to be somebody who's totally comfortable laughing at themselves.
Yeah.
And acknowledging that they need to get fit.
Yeah.
So kind of pretending like they have this body, but then saying to their fans, hey, I'm going to do this.
Well, I think that's what they're doing with this, because Louis Capaldi, to me, I didn't know who he was. And I'm assuming that that's why they're doing this, because he has a niche following, or maybe a big following. I don't know how big Louis Capaldi is. But clearly that's a strategy, and it's smart, because I know that their membership has been on the decline. A lot of people have canceled their membership post having the bike because it was expensive and it wasn't being used. And that's a great way for them to continue getting reoccurring revenue, is by having stars and celebrities do these kind of one-off Peloton experiences so that you can engage. Because what's really cool about Peloton, and what I loved about it during COVID, except I overdid it, is that you really feel like you get to know the instructors, and you can actually tell a lot about someone by what instructors they ride with. And it kind of became like a thing that you like did with people. And what Peloton is doing really intelligently is they're just not burning out and dying. Like they're maintaining relevance by tapping into the zeitgeist, right? Like they're using kind of why we're on socials and how you could work out kind of digitally, and bringing it kind of together to merge and make it relevant. Like it's very smart and it's well done. Amount of content, the way that I could engage with the instructors, the level that they produced the content at, I thought was extremely valuable. And I really enjoyed doing it when I did it. But the problem for me is Peloton isn't a solution for a problem that I have. Like I really enjoy working out in a boutique class around real humans because I work all day in front of a computer screen. So for me, when the pandemic was over and we were able to get back to normal, I really missed that human connection because for many days, that's the only time I'm around human beings. So I wanted to get out of the house. I'm not looking to do more in the house. So the $60 per month, if my life or my problems were different, would be a great solution. Like if I lived in a rural area, if I had a bunch of kids, if I was running around all day and I could only work out in my house, like it would provide value. But I think for the two of us, it didn't make sense for the problems of where life was post-pandemic. And that's what was really interesting about Peloton. But because their numbers are on the decline, I would have suggested exactly this, like engage with influencers, have them come in, teach a class. The only thing I do think is missing that Peloton could invest in is making their instructors true celebrities. Like giving them budgets, maybe like a reality TV show kind of following around the instructors, understanding their lives, connecting them with in a way that I really like them.
Reality show on the instructors would be interesting. Right?
Fighting for the prime spots, the drum. Like I know, like, I think Leanne Hainsby. She married or engaged to one of the other instructors. Like there's enough there that if they want to really lean into the American zeitgeist,
and just in short
you
clips,
need a reality show. Yeah,
it doesn't have to be like an hour show that's full of filler. It could just be like shorter clips of a day in the life of an instructor. That's an interesting angle. I think Ryan Reynolds, you could say, hey, do you want to promote your tequila? He could go on there, do a class. Think of how many millions of people would go on, and he could like be promoting his tequila.
No, but like that, like I think that's another good point. Like, so there's a brand here in Toronto called Othership, and it's a fantastic brand. And they do sauna and ice baths. And what they do late nights on Friday and Saturday night is like an evening social, so that you kind of are doing the sauna and the ice bath in a way that's like more akin to like a Friday night party. They have a DJ come in, and like that would be funny for Peloton, like do a Friday night party, like a party class where everyone is like taking shots of tequila or like have some kind of a mixed drink, and you're kind of doing a lower, like not a hardcore workout, but like more than I would assume probably the Louis Capaldi one was just fun.